What's up, everybody? This is Eddie with FSL Landscaping. This is a massive overgrown shrub job that we done yesterday and the day before. The customer calls me up out of the blue wanting it done. Says he has a party this coming weekend and he wants to get it all nice and clean. Got people coming from out of town and stuff. So of course we jumped to it, of course with an additional fee for getting it done so quick. But I think I said in the video that we'd done this job earlier this year. Well, that wasn't true. I was just looking at the invoices and we'd done this job last year in May. And so I guess it's just one time a year job. I thought it was 2 times a year, but I was mistaken. And it was an overgrown mess. Vines, trees, you name it, growing in the shrubs along with the shrubs being overgrown. Roses that just didn't look so good. You'll see in the video. And it was just a complete and utter mess. And but we got it taken care of. Customer was happy. And I would rather do it a little bit more than one time a year. And you'll see in the video why. So I talked to him about that, and he said, yes, we need to do it at least twice a year. So that's a good thing. So now we can keep a kind of a maintaining on it. And the shrubs that was not doing so well, the dead ones or the ones that just didn't look so good, we're going to go back and pull those up too. So I might get a video of that. But I hope everybody enjoys the video. This is my first full video, I think, of a job that we're done or whatever. And I hope you enjoy it. I hope you comment on it. I hope you like it. And don't forget to subscribe. Good morning, everybody. So here's where we've gotten to so far on this job. I filmed a little bit with the GoPro. The GoPro died. I'm not sure if it's supposed to die that fast or not, but this was overgrown. Back there at the back where that's dead at, that was all this vines. I mean, just vines everywhere at this property, all the way up through there that we pulled out. But here's where we're at so far. We've already rounded out, mounted these. Got to clean out all that out of the roses. There's knockout roses, believe it or not, inside of that right there. That's a mess. Trim this wall all the way down through here. I've already started on this shrub right here. As you can see down here, it is very overgrown. Got all those on the inside to trim. All those back there. I'm gonna try to show y'all as much as possible, but with the GoPro dying, it's gonna be hard for me to set up this phone. But yeah. And this hedge right here goes all the way around. This wall goes to right there where my finger's at, and then down there. Oh, that's another wall. Smaller. I mean, you can see this one right here is pretty tall. It's a good 12, 13, 14 foot tall. But we shaped this up. As you can see, it's not that bad. I'll probably cut back into it a good, I don't know, 6-8 inches, straighten it all up. But there was a lot of stuff overgrown in these bushes as well, as you can see over there. I got my darling down there right now, cutting out all the stuff that's not supposed to be in the bushes. She's down there somewhere. So you just got stuff growing up in these bushes everywhere. This is roses, but still got stuff growing inside of them. She's just been cutting out tree after tree after tree, small saplings. She's over there trimming up that fig tree. But as you can see, this just goes all the way around. There's still more bushes in the front, shrubs in the front. But I'm gonna show y'all as much as I can. See, look here. Stuff just growing in the bushes that ain't supposed to be there. And see, we just done this job. We only do this trim job right here twice a year. Should be done at least 3 times a year. Keep all this stuff cut down, but he's got a party coming this weekend. He wants it cleaned up before then, so we're gonna do what we can. Short notice, you know. Got to charge a little bit more, squeeze them in. But let's get to it. Okay, so I showed y'all this earlier in the video. This is the part that's got the knockout roses in it. But as you can see here, I've started pulling out the vines, and these vines have just been growing over it way too long. They should have been trying to keep this a little bit cleaner. I'm gonna do the best I can with it. Pulling these vines out of here is about ridiculous to speak, because it's just an overgrown mess, to be honest with you. I almost want to just cut them off and give them a fresh start and clean up all the vines around them so that they can't consume them next year. Put in the comments below what y'all would do in this situation right here. I mean, that's just a bunch of just mess. I mean, you can see these vines just intertwined throughout the whole thing, and pulling them all out, I just don't know. I don't know that it's possible without it just still looking a hot mess, basically. So I'm gonna pull them out first. We'll video it, see what it looks like. Okay, so here's what came out of there, out of the roses. And there's basically, you know, I didn't trim all of it off, because as you can see, they're starting to bloom again. These are double knockouts. They'll bloom again in the fall, and after they bloom this fall, I'll come in here and I'll take them down to where they're maintainable. As long as he'll let us do them, come in here and just trim the rose bushes up and stuff like that, keep them maintained, keep the vines out of them, we should be good to go on those. But you can see right here how far out, whoever put the pine needles down, it's a good 2 foot actually over from the driveway. So they've been growing out basically most of the year. I don't remember these the last time we cut. I don't remember exactly what they look like, but I don't remember them being out over the driveway like this. This is day 1 of this behemoth. I still gotta trim the top of it. Right here's those roses earlier that had all them vines in them. Customer wants to leave those until after the fall bloom, and then we're gonna cut all those back. All them up there has been trimmed, all that. Basically just cleaning up this back now. Them walls back there, all trimmed. All the bushes in between, I don't know if you can see them or not. All them bushes in between back there, they've been trimmed. All them down there around the house, the back side of the house, all the way down to basically the garage, which is right around this corner right here. Everything's been trimmed up to there. We're just basically cleaning up the driveway and everything, and making the piles in the yard to clean up tomorrow. It's about 7 o'clock, well, about 6:30, and I've still got a couple of yards to go spray, and it's about cooled down enough now to go spray them. As you can see, my tank's still on the truck, on the trailer. But yeah, I'll give you an after tomorrow and a before of the front before we get started. But yeah, that's what we got done so far today. Snow should look burning to the ground right now. But since I'm the company owner and I'm the one doing the work, it doesn't really matter. also, this particular customer is a friend of the family, so. Alrighty, let's pull up to the next one. Basically, I get as far as I can reach with these on the front side, and we're going to have to, I tried it down there, I'm not going to be able to just stand on the ground and do it. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to pull a ladder down there, back behind here. But I'll show y'all a neat thing right here with this ladder right here. I'm sure a lot of people have seen it, but these little giant ladders are awesome for bush trimming, especially unlevel ground.
Also, we got some of that vine from the backside growing over. I'm gonna walk around here real quick and we're gonna try to figure out where it's coming from, cut it, pull it out of here.
Now, mind you, I don't see if y'all realize, but I am pulling him on a trailer. On top of the trailer is the ladder, along with the extension hedge trimmer. So these are mighty tall bushes.
You know, I'm sure somebody's going to say, well, why don't you just pull a ladder from the ground up? Well, for one, it's going to be a little bit more shaky. And for two, I can get a bigger area if I'm up here above it instead of being down there, because I've got more sturdiness in my ladder because it ain't extended out all the way. So that's why I'm doing it like this. Yeah, is it dangerous? Sure. Is anything in height dangerous? Sure. If you're not careful. Just my preference on how to do this job. Now, if I just had guys out here doing it, I'd probably run the wheel. Just to make it more, just to make it faster and easier to do.
And let's not forget, you always rake it one time, then hit it again, and then don't rake it again. You can rake these things 100 times and trim them 100 times, you're still gonna have little hairs pop up. Every time you trim, every time you rake it. I want y'all to see the width of this bush. It's as wide as it is tall. And if you plan on doing it this way, make sure whoever's driving, you have 100% faith in.
Okay, so here's the front. Still had some more of them tea olives down through there. Trimmed up a couple of them on the side. This big holly right here used to be as tall as the top pitch of the house up there. Customer wanted it cut tremendously down a couple of years back, so we took the top completely out of it and we're slowly working it back to where we can get it shaped back and maintain it. Got this hedge right here around the front, nothing there much, and got a few right through there. A couple right there up underneath those trees. I don't know if you can see them. I ain't gonna walk all the way over there. A couple there. These three right here. And as you can see, I'm working on the holly now, trying to shape it back up. It may shape up after this one. Then again, it might take one more to get it back to the actual Christmas tree look that it's supposed to be. But if you'd have seen it before, guys, it was way up there. I mean, it was a good 60-foot tall and very unmaintainable, and didn't have no shape to it at all. It was just growed out. So, I mean, it was growed out past the windows and all. I wish I had pictures before we ever started doing any of this. But here's where we're at right now. So I'm gonna get this thing trimmed up and get back to it. Day 2 completed. Everything's trimmed. Still working on cleaning up the front. There's those rose bushes that had all them vines growed in them. We let them stay until they bloom in the fall, and then we'll cut them down this winter. Shrub going down the side. There's that wall. Got it all trimmed, topped off all the way down. Got all these random ones on the inside. A couple of leaves right there I need to get stuck in the fence. We did not put down pine needles. We just basically rolled what he had left up here. Best you can, old pine needles. But yeah, that's basically everything. Didn't take too awful long. This mess that was right here, we just cut it all down. Bushes galore, bushes galore. You know, I didn't count all the shrubs, but I'm sure there's at least 100 in here or more. Back in here, got this wall trimmed up. Got all them back in there trimmed. Big holly back there trimmed up. Got a few things going on down here, getting up the limbs, dead limbs and stuff. A bunch of tea olives right there. That's basically the same thing that's up there down here, but that's planted later, and it'll be a wall as well eventually. That's just the sticks that came out of here. I mean, there's just sticks everywhere from these trees that fell where nobody's picked them up, just left them. Got a couple little trees right here. Pull these things out. Now I know you're gonna say, well, what happened to this holly? Well, this is the one I said that was 60 foot, 70, 80 foot, and the homeowner wanted to cut down. It was to that top peak right there in height, and we've basically been trying to round it up ever since. The middle trunk right there where it's cut at was about 6 inches wide, so That tells you how big that tree was. He didn't want it that tall no more, so we've been working to get it rounded up and coned ever since. Kind of looks like a bell now. Kind of want that, we want that Christmas tree look where it's kind of got a more of a point on it. It's getting there though. Trimmed up all these. More bushes up through here. This is another wall. We didn't trim the top of this wall because it kind of looks like a cover right over there, and he kind of likes that, so we just trimmed it to where it like goes to the gate. But yeah, that's the big bush job done. We've got 2 more jobs that's similar to this one. Now it's time to go mow some grass. I think it's like 12:30.